The normal state of awake alertness is often called monkey mind. And monkey mind means you've got lots of thoughts coming and going and ideas and thought words and lots of activity going on in your mind. Now, in order to achieve a altered state of consciousness, also called a trance state, you need to be able to quieten your mind down, quieten the activity down, which is a fancy way of saying you are allowing your physical body to fall asleep while your mind stays awake. Now, this is the goal of inducing altered states, to put your physical body to sleep while your mind stays awake. And this is tricky. Breathing is a great help in achieving an altered state of consciousness. And what you do is you focus your breathing, you focus your body awareness on your stomach, and you feel yourself breathing in and breathing out. You feel the muscles moving as your stomach moves as you breathe in and out. Now, that focus of mind on your breathing helps enormously to clear your mind of thought words, because the mind needs some activity, something to keep it occupied. Otherwise, it's too much of a shock when you just try and stop thinking. I mean, try stopping thinking now, just for 10 seconds, with brute force. Just don't think for 10 seconds. And you'll see it's quite difficult. If you make it to 10 seconds, which most people won't, you'll find it's quite a struggle. It takes quite a lot of effort. Now, this effort is greatly eased if you are focusing on some breathing. Now, achieving an altered state becomes a lot easier with practice. There is an entrainment occurs into quietening your mind of thought words and falling into a deep state of relaxation so your physical body can fall asleep while your mind stays awake. And the longer you do this with regular practice, you'll find you'll be able to fall into an altered state faster and faster with practice. And you may spend in the beginning an hour trying to achieve an altered state of consciousness, and you won't even be sure you're there when you get there. You know, you'll get a heavy warm wave come over you, but you won't be sure. I've been doing this for decades, and I can achieve a profound altered state in 5 to 10 seconds, even when I'm standing. But this didn't come naturally. I trained myself for that, and my body became entrained. We'll be using a deep physical relaxation system in combination with the breathing techniques to help induce an altered state of consciousness, which tricks your mind into allowing the physical body to fall asleep while your mind stays conscious. The two breathing techniques I teach for this, the first we've just talking about is called belly breathing, and that is where you focus body awareness on your muscles in your stomach as you breathe in and breathe out, and use that to occupy your mind. The second is called nose tip breathing. Now, if you focus your body awareness on your nose, give it a little scratch so you have a residual sensation there, and breathe in and out through your nose, you'll find you're quite aware of the air moving in and out through the nostrils. And if you focus your point of awareness right on the tip of your nose, that sensation will help to keep your mind clear and focused to allow you to push thought words aside. Now, it's a good idea to vary the nose tip breathing and the belly breathing. Do like a minute each or a couple of minutes each, and then switch to the other one. When you are focusing on belly breathing, that focus is also stimulating your navel chakra and your solar plexus chakra. When you are focusing on your nose breathing, you'll find that will stimulate the support structure in your face for your third eye, your brow chakra. So varying these will also help to improve the energy flow through your body. The trance state can be divided into 3 basic levels: light trance, medium trance, deep trance. The light trance state, this is the first level of trance. It is similar to the daydream state, which we've all experienced. While relaxing, your physical body starts feeling warm, cozy, and lethargic. Your eyelids feel heavy. You feel disconnected from reality. If your eyes are opened, you will gaze unfocused ahead, not taking in any details. Next comes the medium or full trance state. This is a deeper gradient of the light trance state, where sensations become more and more pronounced. Entry into the medium trance is marked by a noticeable wave of heaviness and a slight falling sensation. This comes on quickly like a warm, heavy wave flowing over and through you. Here, your physical body actually falls asleep while your mind remains awake. Patterns of light and colour, called hypnagogic imagery, can also appear. You see these in your mind's eye behind your closed eyelids. Cobweb-like tickling may also be felt in the face and neck area. This feels like mosquitoes have landed on you and are feeding and tickling you with a little, maybe stinging sensation. If you get these, try not to scratch them, because scratching them disturbs the delicate web of energy that's moving over the facial area. But if they get too intense, move slowly and deliberately and scratch them, and then go back to what you were doing. But try not to scratch them. Hypnopompic sounds, another technical name, can also sometimes be heard. This can range from bell tones to static and buzzing and humming noises, etc. And continuing on from this even into astral sounds, where you might hear voices and other noises. With the medium trance state comes a whole body feeling of warm fuzziness and disassociation from reality. Time slows and sounds appear to be louder and from further away than they really are. A sudden sound can cause a mild shock sensation, like a blow in the navel and solar plexus area. Greater mental clarity is attained in this state, as long as tiredness is overcome and controlled and the mind held awake. This is the trance level most often achieved during early meditation. The room around you will feel larger. Background sounds will appear muffled and far away. This is as if a large cardboard box has just been lowered over your head. You feel a difference in the atmosphere that you can perceive. REM, called REM, stands for rapid eye movement. This becomes active when your dream mind is active. REM activity can happen occasionally when the dream mind becomes active. Remember, your physical body is asleep. REM feels like your eyeballs are fluttering beneath your eyelids. It's quite a noticeable sensation. There's nothing to worry about with REM. It's just a very, very natural thing you do not normally experience because you're asleep. And yes, your dream mind can be independently active while you are independently active and taking part in energy work and meditation. It's like a separate aspect of you. You will be spending most of your time somewhere between the light and medium trance states. As you gain experience, your natural level of trance will deepen and stabilize. The deep trance state. Deep trance starts with all the symptoms given so far, becoming more and more pronounced. There can be a noticeable loss of body heat and a slowing of the heart and metabolic rates. There can also be loss of movement ability. You will feel paralyzed. But with willpower, movement can usually be restored. A deep trance state is no more dangerous than deep sleep. It is very difficult, in fact, to get into a truly deep trance state, and most people will not experience this accidentally. If you find you cannot move at all, you are most likely experiencing awake paralysis, which relates to OBE, out-of-body experience. This means you have already projected out of body, but miss the exit experience due to the mind split effect. In this case, after waiting a couple of minutes, concentrate everything you have on moving a single big toe or a single index finger. This will end the OBE immediately. Alternatively, simply allow yourself to fall asleep. You will wake up shortly, none the worse for wear. Inducing an altered state of consciousness, a trance state, involves deliberately using relaxation and mental imagery to put the physical body asleep while keeping the mind awake. This happens naturally as you are falling asleep. We call it falling asleep because it involves a slight falling sensation. Altered state induction tricks the body-mind into allowing the physical body and its brain to fall asleep while keeping the mind awake. There is a direct relationship with the levels of sleep, often called alpha, theta, delta, or even sleep stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, etc., and the level of altered state attained. These levels are classified according to the level of brainwave activity involved. They have many fine gradients and nuances. For example, the theta brainwave state alone can be divided into at least 3 levels: light, medium, and heavy theta. To exist in an altered state of consciousness involves balancing on the razor's edge between being asleep and being awake. This has many benefits and is essential in order to approach Kundalini raising. If you have never experienced an altered state, you can do this easily. Tonight, as you are going to sleep, lay on your back and hold your hands and forearms vertical off the bed, elbows resting on the bed. Allow yourself to drift off towards sleep. As you start to fall asleep, your arms will start to drop and pull you awake again. Repeat this many times and you will experience, for slightly longer than usual, what it is like to be in an altered state of consciousness, with your body asleep and your mind awake. To deliberately induce an altered state, the physical body and mind are relaxed, and mental imagery and body awareness are used to trick the body-brain into falling asleep while leaving the mind awake. Any downward moving scenario will accomplish this. Relax yourself and imagine you are sitting in a mining elevator with open sides so you can see the rock face of the elevator shaft. It starts moving down, down, down. Imagine you can feel the movement, a slight vertigo as it starts moving down. Imagine you can see the sides of the elevator shaft, the rock face, moving upwards as the elevator moves down, down, down. Your body will grow heavy and you will feel a shift inside you as your body falls into the trance state, as your physical body falls asleep and your mind remains awake.